6 signs you're building trustworthy relationships. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling truly connected, knowing someone has your back? Or maybe you've noticed friends, colleagues, or family turning to you more often, sharing their thoughts with ease. These aren't just happy moments, they're signs you're building trustworthy relationships. Trust is the glue that holds relationships together, whether with a partner, friend, or coworker. It's not about grand gestures but consistent, heartfelt actions that show you're reliable, honest, and caring. In a world where mistrust can creep in easily, creating relationships rooted in trust is a powerful way to foster joy, collaboration, and lasting bonds. The best part: you're likely already doing this, and your relationships are proving it. In this article, we're exploring 6 signs, grounded in psychological research and relationship studies, that show you're building trustworthy relationships. These aren't vague ideas, they're clear patterns seen in people who cultivate deep, dependable connections. By the end, you'll recognize the progress you're making, know what to keep nurturing, and feel inspired to strengthen your bonds even further. Stay with us until the end, because you might be overlooking small habits that are quietly transforming your relationships into something extraordinary. Let's dive in and celebrate your journey to trust. Sign 1. You keep your promises consistently. One of the strongest signs you're building trustworthy relationships is your habit of keeping your promises, no matter how small. Research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, 2020, shows that reliability, following through on commitments, builds trust by proving you're dependable. When people know they can count on you, they feel safe and valued in the relationship. Picture 2 co-workers, Mia and Ethan, both 28. Mia used to make casual promises, like helping with a project, but forget to follow through. Now, she only commits to what she can deliver, whether it's meeting a deadline or grabbing coffee with a friend, and she always does it. Her colleagues and friends trust her completely, seeking her out for collaboration. Ethan, however, often overpromises and underdelivers, leaving others frustrated. Mia's reliability shows she's building trust, while Ethan's broken promises weaken his relationships. If you're following through on your word, like showing up on time, completing tasks, or keeping plans, you're fostering trust. To strengthen this, think before promising. Can you realistically do it? If you can't, say so kindly. Track commitments in a planner to stay organized. Ask yourself, do you keep your promises consistently, or do you sometimes let them slip? Every promise kept is a brick in the foundation of trust. Sign 2. You communicate honestly, even when it's hard. Being open and truthful, especially during tough conversations, is a clear sign you're creating trustworthy relationships. A 2021 study in psychological science found that honest communication, even when it risks discomfort, fosters trust by showing integrity and respect for the other person. Honesty builds a safe space where relationships can thrive. Imagine 2 friends, Lucas and Ava, both 25. Lucas used to dodge hard topics, like admitting he felt hurt by a friend's comment, fearing conflict. Now he speaks up calmly, saying, "I felt left out when you didn't invite me. Can we talk about it?" His honesty deepens his friendships, as others value his openness. Ava, however, sugarcoats or avoids issues, which creates misunderstandings. Lucas's honest communication shows he's building trust, while Ava's avoidance erodes it. If you're sharing your true thoughts, like admitting a mistake or addressing a concern, you're on the right path. To grow, practice kind honesty. Share truth with empathy, using "I feel" statements to soften tough messages. Prepare for hard talks by jotting down key points. Reflect. Do you communicate honestly, even when it's tough, or do you shy away? Truth, delivered with care, strengthens every bond. If you're finding these insights inspiring, comment number 2 below to share your thoughts. Let's keep going. Sign 3. You show respect for others' boundaries. Respecting others' boundaries, whether it's their time, space, or emotional limits, is a powerful sign you're building trust. A 2022 article in Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that honoring boundaries signals respect and care, making people feel safe and valued, which deepens trust in relationships. Consider 2 neighbors, Sophie and Noah, both 35. Sophie used to push friends to share personal details or join plans they declined, thinking it was friendly. Now she checks in, like asking, "Is this a good time to chat?" and respects their no. Her friends feel comfortable around her, opening up more. Noah, however, ignores boundaries, calling late or insisting on help, which strains his connections. Sophie's respect for boundaries shows she's fostering trust, while Noah's disregard weakens his relationships. If you're honoring limits, like not texting during someone's work hours or accepting their need for alone time, you're creating trust. To improve, ask people about their preferences, like, how do you like to stay in touch? And follow their cues. If you overstep, apologize and adjust. Ask yourself, do you respect others' boundaries, or do you sometimes push too far? Respecting limits builds a safe, trusting space. Sign 4. You apologize sincerely when wrong. Offering genuine apologies when you mess up is a key sign you're building trustworthy relationships. Research from Social Psychological and Personality Science, 2021, shows that sincere apologies, acknowledging the mistake, expressing regret, and making amends, restore trust by showing accountability and care for the other person's feelings. Take two classmates, Chloe and Ryan, both 22. Chloe used to brush off mistakes, like forgetting a group project task, with a quick, "my bad." Now she says, "I'm sorry for missing that. I'll set a reminder next time. How can I help now?" Her group trusts her more, valuing her accountability. Ryan, however, deflects blame or gives half-hearted apologies, which frustrates peers. Chloe's sincere apologies show she's building trust, while Ryan's avoidance harms his relationships. If you're owning your errors, like apologizing for snapping or missing a deadline, you're fostering trust. To deepen this, use the 3-part apology: admit the mistake, express regret, and offer a fix. Practice in small moments to build confidence. Reflect. Do you apologize sincerely when wrong, or do you dodge responsibility? A heartfelt apology can heal and strengthen any bond. Sign 5. You listen without judgment. Listening without judging, giving others space to share without criticism, is a vital sign you're creating trustworthy relationships. A 2020 study in Journal of Applied Psychology found that non-judgmental listening builds trust by making people feel understood and accepted, encouraging deeper connection. Picture two siblings, Emma and Oliver, both 32. Emma used to interrupt or question her brother's choices, like his career shift, making him clam up. Now, she listens fully, nodding and asking curious questions without judging. He opens up, and their bond is stronger. Oliver, however, critiques friends' decisions, like their hobbies, which shuts them down. Emma's judgment-free listening shows she's building trust, while Oliver's criticism pushes people away. If you're letting others share freely, like hearing a friend's struggles without advice unless asked, you're on the right track. To grow, practice active listening, maintain eye contact, avoid interrupting, and reflect back, like, "It sounds like that was tough." Resist the urge to judge or fix. Ask yourself, do you listen without judgment, or do you jump to opinions? Listening openly creates a trusted space for connection. If you're feeling motivated by these signs, comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep moving forward. Sign 6. You offer support without expecting favors. Supporting others selflessly, helping without expecting anything in return, is a final sign you're building trustworthy relationships. A 2023 study in Journal of Happiness Studies found that selfless support fosters trust and strengthens bonds, as it shows genuine care rather than a transactional motive. Imagine two co-workers, Zoe and Finn, both 38. Zoe used to help only when it benefited her, like networking. Now, she stays late to assist a struggling teammate or cheers a friend's success, expecting nothing back. Her colleagues rely on her, and her friendships deepen. Finn, however, helps only when he expects favors, which makes others wary. Zoe's selfless support shows she's thriving in trust, while Finn's quid pro quo approach limits his connections. If you're offering help, like giving advice, lending a hand, or being there emotionally, you're creating trust. To deepen this, do one selfless act weekly, like helping a neighbor or supporting a colleague, and notice how it feels. Focus on their needs, not future gains. Reflect. Do you support others without expecting favors, or do you keep score? Selfless support builds relationships that last. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 6 signs, take a moment to celebrate your progress. Are you keeping promises, communicating honestly, respecting boundaries, apologizing sincerely, listening without judgment, and offering selfless support? Or are you spotting areas to polish, like owning mistakes or listening more openly? The beauty of trustworthy relationships is that every interaction is a chance to build trust, and you're already laying the groundwork for connections that uplift and endure. Keep nurturing your relationships. Try one new habit today. Follow through on a small promise, have an honest chat, or listen deeply to someone. For deeper growth, read The Speed of Trust by Stephen M. R. Covey or practice active listening in daily conversations. Your ability to build trust is a gift that strengthens every bond you share. Comment number 18 below to share which sign resonated most or how you're building trust. Let's stay connected. Here's to creating trustworthy relationships that bring joy and meaning, today and always.